And the reason we built XION was to make, the first layer one specifically for regular people, is kind of like what we like to call it, while still maintaining the values that we always hold of like decentralization, ownership, and transparency. And so we're the first chain effectively to create a fully Web2 user experience. We've been building it for probably about 2 years at this point, and as the event suggested, having an upcoming mainnet release pretty quickly. I think we had a test net about a month and a half ago with over, I think, 1 million users and 12 million transactions, 6 products deployed on that, and like all of them feel exactly like a Web2 experience, which is effectively my goal at the end of the day. So everything is still self-custody, right? And and that's what I mean by kind of keeping everything on the same ethos of decentralization and transparency and everything like that. So my suggestion is to not go a complete custodial route and to go completely centralized. Is to say, let's meet in the middle, right? Let's still give it a completely decentralized experience, but meeting the user to a point of opinionated UX decisions. And so I think like a very good example of this is saying, well, why shouldn't everything just be priced in USDC? And so we had a very big partnership with USDC to say, people don't need to learn about a different token every time that they want to use a product. They should just have the experience that they want. And so great experience. I mean, you log in with your email, you can log in with your passkey or your like Face ID if you want, Gmail, Twitter, kind of all of the above. Not even know really what a wallet is. You have an account, you're signed in, very similar to Web2. Say you want to buy something, we actually have a partnership with checkout.com, or I guess a contract with checkout.com, so that since everything's USDC and we're buying digital assets, we can actually use credit card and debit card, and you don't need to go through this onboarding process. Yeah, I mean, I don't think people should care what an NFT is. Like, who cares if this thing is fungible or not, right? I think you're going to see this next era of it doesn't matter, is what we kind of call it, right? Which is, this is a digital asset. Whether it's a ticket for a concert, whether it's this next adaptation of Netflix that's kind of community owned and community driven, I think we're less focused on the cryptocurrency aspect and more focused on, redefining ownership, kind of decentralizing that, maintaining transparency and maintaining openness. I think the problem is even in the question, right? Which is, I don't think that, I think we see adoption rates very similar to early internet, which is terrible in my mind, right? And I don't think the problem is solved with better user education. I think it's by building products that people actually care about. I think, again, it kind of goes back to the original question of, our plan isn't to educate, everyone, because I think that's a very slow and not scalable process. I think we need to build products that people actually need and people actually want. So, obviously, Circle is a very big one. We have our security team, Halborn, a security partner, Halborn, I should say. Stitch kind of providing a lot of these Web2 auth services for us. But then also people deploying on us, like a data marketplace such as EarnOS, or a new shot at social media called Mosaicy, Interchain Superhighway called Nomos. We have about 60 projects building on us. I think 4 of them are live right now on testnet, and we've been kind of doing one every week.